This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
Hello there, good evening. I'm back again after, as I said in the Go Live notification, 2 week hiatus. Yeah, that was completely unintentional. Sunday 2 weeks ago, I started to feel a little bit off. I had planned on streaming that evening and I was thinking, don't quite feel right, so I decided not to. And then the following day, I felt so rough, I had to call in sick to work. And literally, I called in sick every single day until I went to the doctors, and they said, "Yep, you've got flu," and they signed me off for an extra week as well. So yeah, just to give me time to fully recover. I'm still not 100%, so apologies if I'm coughing a bit through this stream. But yeah, it's been almost 2 weeks. Yeah, almost exactly 2 weeks since I last streamed. So yeah, completely unintentional. Did not plan that at all. It's probably going to cause havoc with algorithms and all that shit, but I really wasn't in a fit state to stream. So yeah, and eagle-eyed viewers will probably notice that I'm not continuing on with Resident Evil. A couple of reasons for that. One, if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't really enjoying it that much. I do want to finish the game at some point, but I don't think it'll make good streaming content. The other reason is I've left it long enough since finishing Alan Wake's American Nightmare, and I want to get to Alan Wake 2. But before Alan Wake 2, I need to play Control, which, oh, excuse me, is what we have waiting here. Now, hopefully the audio is okay. Actually, I'll just double check that. Yeah, I need to drop the audio a little bit. Come on, that one more. Yeah. I clearly hadn't set things fully. Also, I've muted copyrighted music, a nice little feature that Remedy included in this game. I think Alan Wake 2 has... Actually, no. Alan Wake 2 doesn't have the option because they didn't use copyrighted music. I think they had it all done in-house, like with their local composers and also with our Poets of the Fall as the Old Gods of Asgard, which I'm looking forward to seeing. So I know it says continue game here. That's because I've loaded up the intro to the game just to see how it runs in the opener and check the settings. Now I'm running an RTX 3090 and at full 4K, which I'm not running actually. I'm running it's 1440 width wise, but slightly taller. The because it won't do a square view to fill the stream image. But yes, I've maxed out all the graphics. I'm not using DLSS. I may switch that on depending on how the frame rate goes when it gets into the hectic sections. And ray tracing is off. The reason ray tracing is off is because it immediately halves your frame rate. And it doesn't actually add that much to the graphics. If I had a powerful enough graphics card to do it, like say a 4090 Ti, which there's no way I'm upgrading to that considering I've had you can't hear me. Audio seems right. Hang on a second. Ah, okay. Right, for a moment I thought the audio wasn't coming through on the stream. Yes, good evening. How are you doing, Dr. Malkavian? I know who you are. Yeah, so this is a game I picked up originally for free on Epic. I then got the DLC, got the season pass. So yes, we'll be playing through the whole thing. Obviously not in one sitting. Yes. Originally, I wasn't that keen on the game. I wasn't that keen on Alan Wake originally when it first came out. But then playing through it a few weeks ago, I fully understand why people love it so much. There's elements of it I didn't enjoy, but I'm glad I played through it because story-wise, I think it's fantastic. So yeah, really want to see how Alan Wake 2 goes. I am allowed to have an opinion. Right, so let's get started. Yes, that's absolutely fine. Right.
Fair warning.
Yes, I have all the
This
DLC.
is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes.
I haven't
I'm
seen this, by
always
the way.
glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell. In the
Shawshank
picture,
Redemption?
it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world.
Shawshank
We all
Redemption.
feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello?
Yeah.
Anyone here?
Now this is all I've played so far. I've just run around in here to see how the performance goes. And, yeah, it's max everything. I'm not using DLSS at the moment. As I say, I might change that, depending on how the performance goes. But visually, it looks fantastic. It's, prohibited items reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pages, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart, number 2 pencils, and any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. Okay, this is going completely off the rails immediately. All material on Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify supervisor immediately. Oh, I have no doubt it gets better. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay. Internal lockdown effect. Building lockdown effect. Oh, bloody hell. Hopefully there's no psychotic squirrels. Okay, door's just immediately open.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Okay, so she's literally just turned up here because a dream told her to? Staffing surveillance blank. Executive data center initiative construction blank blank. Okay. Right. Oh, I recognise him from Maticus Finch's playthrough of Alan Wake 2. The bits of it I did see. Dr. something. He's very important, if I remember. Can I read that? Dr. Casper Darling, Head of Research. Our bureau at work, and a picture of somebody's back. The cleaning guy, who I think is important. Director Zachariah Trench, who in the opener we saw put a gun to his head, I believe. Right. Okay. Interesting that all the doors seem to automatically open. It doesn't seem to be like...
Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Is there a crouch? No. Only way in there is through that door. Similar with the other place rooms by the look of it. This one. Security order. A shark in his blank, although secure. Permission to blank. Following basic protocol. Shoot to kill. Attention all blank. Okay. This place is even more secretive than the FBI. R4 reports reminder. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. No date on this. You can hear someone singing.
Hello?
Oh, it's the cleaning guy. Okay, nothing in here.
Hey, excuse me?
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin johan on helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Funny that he responded to her thoughts. She thought about the whole thing. Okay. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. That corridor... It's blocked off now. Because I came in here, went around... and I've come out the passageway that I went in. Onto the same balcony. Yeah. Yeah, because here was where the painting of the, the janitor was.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
That looks like James McCaffrey there. Nice segue.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Improved terminology reminder. Reminder, redrafting any public-facing material. When penning any notification of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words and phrases to use. In the service of her country, regret, proud pride, will be remembered. Words to avoid: Alaska, scissors, blood, breed, loss, and apologies and sorry. Makes me wonder if someone was responsible for something. Oh. Let's have a look around. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. For the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. No surprise there. Can't access that. Reminds me a bit of the well-lit room in Alan Wake. Office of Director Zachariah Trench.
Shit.
Oh dear.
Shit.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Okay. Sounding a little Assassin's Creed Ancients. Nearly didn't make that. Okay.
The same gun.
Okay.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
I like how it's kind of wobbling. Okay. No need to worry about ammo. So when do I learn how to fly? Oh, somebody's shooting at me now. Okay.
something coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
That's messy. Okay. Right. So I think I need to go out through here and then left.
You can't let this happen. 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 You can't let this happen.
Let what happen?
You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Fuck away!
Okay. Objects of power.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on either. We've literally just waltzed into this facility, an office, somewhere in probably New York. Jessie was brought here by her dreams, I think. And yeah, she picked up the gun that the director used to kill himself with, and now she is suddenly the director because the gun has chosen her. Ah, yes. Yes, Dr. Darling. Yeah, Blackadder references as well. Fun. Yeah, no spoilers, please. Okay. Service weapon. No unique procedures required. Object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of... Well, I've just become director. The object will be determined whether blank. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered outside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. I've heard about the oldest house. Exactly what, I don't know. Yeah, that is one way to get hide. Literally, she walked into the director's office and there was the body with the gun next to it. The popular hypothesis, blank, many forms throughout history, blank, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons that, blank, of the wielders. The objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If that is the case, blank. See Dr. Darling presentation. Okay. And... yep, that is, James McCaffrey. In the last live-action role he had, before then Alan Wake. Hiss Guard. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss Guards are the standard issue bullpup, or use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption. While the armoured guards carry pump-action shotguns, they have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception of certain Hiss Guards. Certain Hiss Guards are protected by the shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding the result of prolonged Hiss corruption? What the hell is Hiss? Did Hiss target individuals? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Okay, so those blue glowy things are health pickups. I didn't see that before. That looks just like Jesse. And some items are disappearing. Okay. Right, this door won't open yet. Okay.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Those are some freaky effects. That's the direction I've got to go. Marshall altered world events. Marshall's eyes only. We checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list, let's hope it's a little livelier. Special Agent Keenan. Ammo refund. Anything down this way? Avoid modern technology. Dinner reservations at 7 PM at Chambert. Yeah, in the ambience, nothing's been really explained properly so far, and I think that's very deliberate. So it's going to get interesting later on. There's probably going to be things that get explained but don't make sense unless you see it again or remember it. Okay, dinner reservations at 7 PM at Chambert. Wife will meet you there, don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. Remember, she's turning 46. Who's that addressed to? The weapon mods. Ammo refund chance on hit. Okay. Don't let mold hit your ride. Okay. Is it me or is... I can't tell if that is Jesse or not. A little difficult to see on the stream. That's quite small, but... more down here.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
More in here. Okay, executive meeting minutes. Right. Agenda items for next meeting. Rising costs of AWE responses. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Oh, please come prepared. So they need some more coffee. So that's where I came in. Now that's interesting all the way back there. That... I'll have to go back there to unlock once I have security access. Anything in here? Doesn't appear to be. I think that's everything. Central Executive. Yeah.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognise that certain something, informed by our own something, probably research and development, popularised by our media, we have additionally proven that urban legends can be artificially something in popular culture using artificially influenced by using something that's probably referencing Alan Wake. A Bureau-made anthology television program. Night Springs. Hang on a minute. That wouldn't make sense in there, actually. Yeah. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularised folklore, AWEs, that only occur on something. I'm not sure what word to be short enough to fit in there. A pair of scissors that consume human something through 2 punctures on the human blood through 2 punches on the neck. These details, living in the minds of so many, have given strength through belief. Now where your mind's going. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural entities awaiting to happen. Wonderful. I'm going to get attacked in here at some point. Okay. Well, that isn't working. Oh, there's the pyramid in there. Anything more in here? Ooh. I think that's what it was designed to be like. Excuse me. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. So, Creepy Little Ones places most of them. yeah, that definitely fits this. Right, start with the following. Working to Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and our people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How do you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem informed or knowledgeable, escort them to a private room. There perform the Gunnar psychological assessment. If their responses are within acceptable range of deviance, see the providing score, then something immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. No such thing as too suspicious. Perhaps in their behaviour, as in how they handle these unexpected visitors. No such thing as too much suspicion. Right. So, yeah, this is where I need to go, and that is the pyramid. Okay. Am I supposed to jump down? Yep. Ooh.
Must cleanse control point. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading the
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
It means interact with this. Okay. That's put everything
Holy
back.
Shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Pope?
Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still... Please, talk to me. We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director.
Um.
Hold on. We're coming out.
What the heck is she wearing?
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The
Probably a good
service-
idea.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Yep.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first.
Ah, typical.
If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
Yes.
Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Okay.
didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Ooh, accuracy boost. Okay, materials. Right, so those are going to be used for doing so. Probably some kind of crafting. Collectibles. Hiss agent. The hiss manifesting human host in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating through the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. Yeah, and also contort. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behaviour. They only seem interested in vocalising the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters, or their cocoons, preparing to enter their next stage of evolution. When attacked, hiss agents appear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility, or disappear, or undergoing a transformation into purely resonance form. Research and go. Refer to file something for full report. Right. Okay, so where is she? Oh, she's...
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I want to have a look around. I want to see what else is around here. There's got to be some items. Yes? Yes, there are. Okay, control points. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. So the Bureau building is connected to the oldest house. I'm going to be going to the oldest house at some point. This is feeling almost Twin Peaks-like. When the appropriate resonation or harmonization devices are arranged around a control point in the something arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by detection in an unobstructed ping using the blank within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or blank, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. Vulnerable spots. Are they trying to attack the oldest house? Common factor in these theories is that the control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be... Where else do I have access to? Right, so through here, if it'll even open. No. Ooh. All of these are 0007-114. Unless that's the date. What's through here? I don't have access. A jukebox. That's going to be an object of power that does something loopy. Do I have access to go in? Nope. Right. got access to up here. Nothing's going to be... Alright, that's where I came in through. Oh, there's the radio here, isn't there? Okay, that radio doesn't do anything at the moment. I'll have to check it next time I come back. So yeah, more materials. Undefined reading, house memory, and hidden trend. I'll find out what all those mean at some point later, I imagine. No, don't have access to any of those yet. Technological restrictions. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. Those post-its on the door. I'll check. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any something signal. Wi-Fi. Radio waves are the only transmissible signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconsciousness is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural something for the oldest house to permit them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the something to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Field agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. It's designed for something. Post-it notes on the door. Which door? Oh, yep, those are post-it notes, but none of them have anything written on them. That's going to be an important door later. So that's where I've just been in. This little... Another radio. Yeah, everything about this is peculiar at the moment. It's like introducing things, but not really explaining anything yet. I mean, it's still early days. I've barely been at this an hour. Okay, listen. So, shifted bathroom complaint. I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. Undefined reading, another one of those. Ooh. Can still hear the chanting. Oh, there's Trent and somebody else. I don't recognise him. Okay, none of that makes sense at the moment. Another one of the boxes. Personal mod energy boost. Energy plus 6%. Nice. Okay, right, and that leads us straight back to Pope.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing.
Of course he is.
I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone, a direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world.
Ooh.
What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
And there's the hotline. With a nice comfy chair. No rotary dial.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
The
Okay.
hotline should be in the communications department.
Ah, so now we can ask questions. Right, origin of the Hiss.
Where did the Hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the Hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The Hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the Hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
So the hiss came through from the oldest house, and if it's connected to other places, then that means they came from another place that it's connected to.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Okay, objects of power.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
That
Got
kind of
it.
made sense. Kinda.
Thanks.
Hadron resonance amplifiers. I think that's what she's wearing. Oh, you can't see the mouse pointer. I should probably change that in my settings. Just a moment. There we go. You can see the mouse now. Okay.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one, it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Right. What have we got here? Another house memory. Right. Okay. So I need to head north. Ah, yes. Here we go.
There it is again. A welcome message.
Oh, that's not good. Another reading. Oh. Travel costs. Summary. Visits to the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court. Okay, expenditures. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. Boys in research said performing rituals may help identify places of power. Drinking those little whiskies is my ritual. Ooh. Portrait of the former director. Okay. Are there any more? Ooh!
It's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. I'm with you on that.
Come on, boys, make your way up here. Right, let's get through there. Unstable area notice. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Green stable, yellow, possibility of unanticipated building shifts, high likelihood of anticipated shifts, and frequent. Where'd that come from? His resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. His barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them: destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity, destroy the hiss entities in the area. Okay, so do both. Resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fail or fall. Does an inactive structure made of hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to blank for full report. Okay. Communications department. Through here. Another control point. Ah, so I can crouch. Can't get up there. Okay. 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 Planes control wants to gain access to a fast travel site. That's where I came in. Machine God. I didn't know there was going to be a 40k reference in here. Had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Right. Okay. Right, well, I think at this point I'm going to pause and have a short break. Bladder's kind of squealing at me at the moment, so yeah, and that's going to be the first half of the VOD as well. Yeah, just gonna, as I say, just gonna have a short break, about 10 minutes, and I'll be back, and then we'll carry on in this this what the fuck shit show. It's completely mad, and I'm absolutely loving it. Yeah, combat, I'm not as good at shooters as I used to be, like back in the 90s. I mean, I was really like quick and twitchy with shooters like Duke 3D and all those back in those days. I'm not quite that good now, although I feel I'm doing okay. But yeah, as I say, I will be back in about 10 minutes. There's loads of links below if you would like to have a look at them while I'm away, but I shall be back soon, so don't go anywhere.